Hi, this is Dr. Shay Corbin with Medical Spine and Sports Injury and Rehab Centers. We're here today. We're going to go through one of the basic low back protocols that I teach everybody. We're going to do lateral steps. We're typically do about 100 or up to 100, whatever you can tolerate. We also are going to add the bridge 10-10, the basic bridge, and the Superman 10-10. 10-10 means 10 repetitions, 10-second holds. That's a good basic starting point. That's what you want to get to. If you can get 5, 8, it's up to you. So the first thing we're going to do, because it's the easiest to show you at first, is we're going to do the lateral steps. We take a band like this, a TheraBand. You can get these at our office. You can get them at other places. So you're going to take that band, and you're going to have already pre-sized it to where it fits on the legs above the knee, snug. And so it doesn't have to be like a tourniquet right now, because when we stand up, we're going to step, and you'll see that stretch there, and that's what we want to do. We always start with our feet about shoulder width apart. We don't want to start here. We want to get in a neutral position where we stand all day, every day, and how we move and work. So this is a very movement-oriented, dynamic, functional exercise. From there, we're just going to pretend that we're taking side steps like we would in any sport when we're ready to do side steps. So we take the step from a neutral position, and we step, and we come back, and we never try to put our feet together. We always want to keep those feet just a little bit apart. So we're going to control the movement here, we're going to control the movement back here, and then we're just going to step. And we're going to try to do 100 in each direction. You may only be able to get 10, you may be able to get 20, 30, whatever. So we just slowly move. It's not a real stressful movement. We're not trying to get this way big motion in there. Normal motions. When I go to step to the side, I typically turn like this. So we want to strengthen these glute muscles through here. Those are going to help every step we take. This is what holds our pelvis stable. So these are a core stabilization exercise. It's just not abdominal core like everybody else thinks about, but it is a part of the core of what our pelvis and what our stance and what makes us functional is. And so when we do it again, we're going to step, come back, step, come back, step, come back. And then once we run out of room, usually 20, 30 steps, whatever hallway you have, or you do these in your driveway, then we go back the other direction, and we want to do those too. And we go back, and we just nice smooth movements. Nothing should be jerking or anything like that. It should be pretty comfortable. As you do more and more in each direction, you're going to start feeling that burn in here. These are not supposed to be painful. They're not supposed to elicit a lot of pain. That kind of, oh boy, I can really feel it, is a good feeling. And so we want to, again, try to get up to 100. So from there, you can do these next exercises with the band to make it a little harder, or you can take the band off or do them first and then do these. It doesn't matter which orientation or which order you do them in. It's just a matter of getting them all done. Okay, so I'm going to do them with the band because they are a little bit more difficult, and that way you can see how they work. So the next one's going to be the basic bridge 10-10. You can do this in the bed, on the floor, anywhere. Again, best if you can do it on the floor or a hard surface, but the bed will allow you to be functional if it's easier for you to get there. We want to keep the knees just slightly apart again. We don't want to do this. We don't do anything in life with our feet touching together. So we always want to kind of have our feet with a little bit of balance. Lay back, and what we're going to do is we're going to lift the butt up. And the butt comes off the table, and we just want to hold. We're going to tighten this area of our abdomen up. It's one of the transverse abdominis and core muscles here we're going to be working on, as well as hamstrings, glute, paraspinal muscles, all of that. We want to try to keep that curvature back here in our back and not flatten it out. That's a different exercise. Flattening it out and lifting up is a pelvic tuck. The bridge means I want to bridge my body from here and come up. And we're going to hold 10 seconds. We hold that 10 seconds, we come down, breath, exhale. When you exhale, come up. Hold that position for 10 more seconds. You have your arms down here, you can keep them here, it doesn't matter. And then we come down after 10 seconds. Breath, exhale, and come up again, and just breathe normally while we're doing this. You should feel this kind of in the glutes, hamstring. If it's eliciting a lot of pain in the back and a lot of pain down the leg, obviously we want to stop. We can always come back to it another time. Come down, and that's the basic bridge. So we'll do 10 10-second repetitions. The other exercise is the Superman, and we're going to do 10-second reps there too. So we roll over on our tummies, and Superman can be done one of two ways. Full Superman is arms out, and you're going to fly just like Superman. So we tighten up that tummy, we get those knees, those arms and shoulders off the table, and we hold that for 10 seconds while we breathe. And then we come down, take a big exhale, big breath in, exhale out, and come on up, and we breathe as normally as possible for 10 more seconds. Notice my legs are not together, they're still apart. I'm flying like Superman with balance. And then we come back down after 10 seconds, exhale, and come up on the exhale, and then breathe as normally as possible again. We want to do 10-second reps. The other way, if that's a little difficult, because that's a tough little exercise, so we can put our arms by our sides. So as we put our arms by our sides, it makes it a lot easier. Then we bring the shoulders and the knees up again, and that makes it very easy to do this exercise. It's called a modification or a modified Superman. Again, 10-second holds is where we want to be, and then we come down. Breathe. Breathing is important when we're exercising to oxygenate the body. So we come up from that exhale, breathe normally, and we hold for 10 seconds in that modified version. Full version, arms are up and out like that. Modified version, arms are down by the side.